Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our 2012 NFL draft grades video on the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to take a look at their draft selections to see how well they did this past April. The Vikings are a team with a lot of holes in both offense and defense, and you can't answer all of your issues in one draft, but they did a great job of filling some holes with key frontline players. And you look at what I like most about this Vikings draft, getting Matt Khalil to help out that offensive line, to help out the running game, which in turn will help out Christian Ponder in the pass game. Now you build up that wall in front of Ponder to help him stay in the pocket and not bail out. It all falls on the shoulders of Ponder to make the necessary improvements in year two. But Matt Khalil is an excellent starting piece. It's going to be a fixture on the offensive line for years to come. You also look on in the secondary, Josh Robertson out of Central Florida, a guy that brings a lot of speed to the position, great tackling ability, will fit perfectly in that cover two defense. I think this is an excellent fit for a guy in Josh Robertson. You also look at the wide receiving core. You have to get weapons around Christian Ponder. Vikings do have a lack of playmakers at the receiver spot outside of Harvin. So I think Greg Childs is the guy that's going to fit in perfectly for the Vikings offense. He's going to be 2 years removed from that gruesome injury. So you're going to see the best of Greg Childs in this upcoming season. Another guy that I really like that they took later on in the draft, Audie Cole out of North Carolina State. This guy, all he did was make a bunch of tackles for the Wolfpack. I think he's a depth guy, but he's going to come in and play solid on special teams and also do some outstanding work in certain sub packages. What I didn't like about the Vikings draft is that there were two questionable selections. You look at getting Harrison Smith, trading back into the first round to get a guy like Harrison Smith. I didn't understand that selection. This guy doesn't excel in coverage like you need him to. He's a great in the box safety. And also getting a guy in Rhett Ellison. I love the versatility that Ellison brings, but is that really a need for the Vikings in that offense? Now, some undrafted free agents that have a legitimate shot to make this roster and have an impact. I look at tackle Darian Weems out of Oregon when he was in high school, and I think this guy will be an excellent fit for that Vikings offensive line. Sticking with the offensive line, you look at center Quentin Salisbury. There's a hole in as far as depth is concerned on the Vikings offensive line, especially at the center position. Salisbury has a great opportunity to come in and provide adequate depth and some talent along that offensive line with that versatility. I'm giving the Vikings a C+ for their draft, and like I said before, you can't fill all of your needs in one draft, but getting guys like Khalil, Robinson, Jarius Wright, Greg Childs is definitely a step in the right direction. It really falls all on the shoulders of Christian Ponder. If he can make the necessary progressions in year two, the Vikings will be a lot better than people give them credit for, because there's a lot of talent on this team. The defense will still be aggressive. They'll get better. It's all about Ponder and offense finding some consistency. I want to give a shout out to these Vikings fan sites for always showing football game plan support.